start basically. But anyway, it's okay. This week is a bit of a different video. I'll talk about managing money in your 20s. So it's not just people in their 20s, obviously early 20s I've said in the video, but I think it's applicable to everyone, even if you are older or you're younger than that. So yeah, it's been a busy week, so I'm a bit everywhere. I do apologise. I've been travelling to work on Tuesday to go to Leicester, and that usually takes it out of me because I wake up at 5 and I usually get home for like 8. It's a long trip usually because the train is delayed and I do have to take a changeover, and then if the first train is delayed it means I have to wait sometimes 30 to 40 minutes. I hope you can hear me with the traffic. I have to 30 to 40 minutes for the next train, which is a bit annoying. But anyway, I won't continue with that. But yeah, I'll move on swiftly on because I don't want to make it too long. And also, my battery I think is about to die, so we're living the risky life. And I have my new budget planner here. Hope you can see that. I have already started filling it in. I'll probably go through that in more detail on another day. So I've got my financial goals on there, and then obviously the strategies I'll take, and I've already started filling it in. I do need to fill in today, if you can see that. So yeah, and then I've got my paydays. I'll probably put stickers. I think you've already seen some of the stickers that came with it. I've already started putting it in my coin jar. It says a penny saved is a penny earned, which I like that. So I've started sticking them on there, even though I think they're meant to be for the actual planner. But yeah, I really like it. I got it from Amazon. I think, I can't remember how much it was actually. I think it was $11.99 if I'm right. And it's Go Girl budget planner. I thought it would be a bit bigger, but I think this is alright for me to fit. I think it's a decent size. It's not too big. So I think they do a bigger size, which is $15.99. So I guess it's got a decent variety with that. But yeah, I'll move on. And then obviously I've got the coin one here. I'll just move that to the side. Oh, my battery's already saying 15%. I'm gonna have to be quick. I don't think it's even gonna last me, to be fair. So first of all, I said managing money in your 20s. I said to build and create good money habits. Definitely think this is an important thing to have, because I don't think I really built any good money habits. My partner, for example, he's a good example because he was very good at just being able to manage money better than me, to be fair. And I think he taught me a lot in regards to actually creating those good money habits. Like him, he used to take his money out after getting paid, because it gets paid weekly, and he would then put that money back into the bank by distributing it into his savings. And it might sound a bit silly, but it's actually just the kind of the same principle as cash stuffing. So I think it's really good that he was able to do that, because he could see the money and physically know that he was saving the money, rather than just kind of transferring it back and forth from, you know, pot to pot, which obviously this is the life we live now. It's digital society, but I think some things we definitely should kind of try to create money habits that help us, like just, I don't know what else really. I think for me it's mainly just kind of being responsible with my money, rather than just thinking because I've got money then I can just spend it and not really care about the consequences, and just creating those little changes sometimes that you don't think are important, like me not buying food from at work. It might seem like, oh, it's not that big of a deal, but when I calculated, a coffee is £1.40 at our workplace because it's subsidised. Imagine buying that, let's say it's £1.50, buying every single day. That's practically what, £5 or something or more of you just buying a coffee. But if you save that money, you could use that £5 for something else, or, you know, save it towards something. So definitely creating and building good money habits, just I think is better, especially when you're young. I think when you're young sometimes it's easy to be like, oh, I can spend it, it's fine, but I think it's sometimes an important aspect to have. Secondly, I'd say think about the future when it comes to money. Definitely relate to this, because when I was younger at uni, I didn't really think about it. I thought, I'm young, I've got the money. I'll tell you a funny story, to be fair, or not a funny story, a true story. I'd have people that at uni that saved their student maintenance. Is it maintenance or loan? I think the I think I got 1,005 or something, 1,100, because I stayed at home was less, but there was some people getting a decent whack, and they were saving it. They were saying, oh, I'm going to do it towards my driving lessons, or I'm doing it towards a house. I didn't think like that, so I just spent it on a new bag or a shoes. And now I think about it, I should have, spent that money, well, saved that money more wisely rather than thinking about the now. I didn't even say anything, but I hope you like my little autumn leaves. I thought I'd make it a bit autumnal because autumn is my favourite season. So I put some little leaves that I've cut up. These are actually for my other business, my skincare business that I package. I use this for the package, so that's why I got them actually. But yeah, sorry, moving on. Definitely think about the future in regards to money. Sometimes I think making sure you make decisions for the now that will affect you in the future. So if I could go back, I would definitely, in regards to like saving, and I would save a lot more than I thought I would have done, because I think at the time I didn't think it was important. I thought it was just for adults, but it's not. Definitely thinking about the future in that regards, because at this moment in time you might not think you want a house or you want a new car, but like me now, we're able to get a house, but I want a new car, so now I'm having to save for one because I didn't really think about that. And I did want to drive. That's the funny thing, like you have these aspirations, but sometimes we don't always think about what's needed to actually get them. So in my mind I wanted to drive, but I didn't think about, oh, how am I going to actually get a car? And I think in my mind I just thought I would finance that. But for me, I'd rather just buy an old car, and yeah, I'm not really a car person anyway, so I'm okay. So I don't mind buying like an old car, cash, and I know it's mine. And my partner's like that. He did the same. He saved for his car when he was younger, when he imported. He saved, worked, and he paid it in cash, and he was done. And it's his car, and he's always kept it well because he knew what he had to do. He knew what it took to actually get that. He had to work overtime. He had to save a lot of money, and take a lot of time working. So not going out as much. So definitely, yeah, because he had to sacrifice that, now he does have that car. He does take care of it a lot more than he would have, I think, if he'd just kind of financed it. And there's nothing wrong with financing, obviously. Some people prefer it. I'm just kind of those people. I don't really care for cars that much, so it's okay for me if I don't finance. 3 as well, try to use cash where you can. Definitely one for me, because I think I've just been so used to using cards that it's easy to forget sometimes that, yeah, you can use cash. And it's like, just with the savings challenges, you realize how much pound coins, £2 coins, 50p's you get, and you just end up just spending it on things that sometimes you don't even remember. And even for me, like a funny story at work, I had to pay 5p for hot water, and I was shocked because obviously I'm now trying to save. I was like, what? Because I had to pay the 5p because I went, I wasn't where the kettle was, so I went to the coffee shop and I thought I'll get some free water. I've got my coffee sachets, and I thought it'd be free. It wasn't free. I had to pay 5p. I was just like, oh gosh. And even then, like now, it just shows how much my mindset is changing, because before I'd be like, oh, it's only 5p, but now I'm like, oh, well, I was trying to get it free. So it's a bit funny that, but yeah, definitely much trying to use cash, just because in my workplace we don't use cash. It's a cash free zone, so I do have to use cards. So what I'll do is I budget it in my savings, but I will in the end actually just use it on my card because I can't use cash at work. And I do try and limit that to like £10 a month. I think it's £10 or £20, but I will go through that in more detail in the next video, to be fair. And then also getting a job early on in life. This was just for me, if you can, obviously, depending on also your circumstances. For me, I got a job later on. It was around, I think, second year of uni. And I think because of that, it ended up being harder for me to kind of commit to work, and I would take a lot of days off because this was like, I don't want to go in, I'm tired. which sometimes I don't think I was even tired. I just didn't want to go in, and I didn't really like the job. But definitely would have gotten a job early on, even if it just was like cash in hand, like waitressing and things like that. You know, when you're 16, I wish I had had a job at 16 or 18. Just then you get more experience, because I think it does build a lot of character and discipline, especially in the workplace. And I think I wish I'd had that instilled earlier on, because I think I did struggle to kind of adapt into the actual working environment. So yeah, I'll definitely do that for myself. And for me, not for everyone, obviously, this is just suggestions. For me, credit cards are a no-no, unless you trust yourself or you want to increase your credit score. So the first time I ever got a credit card was to increase my credit score, and because I was trying to get a mortgage, so I had to do that. But if I hadn't had to do that, I don't think I would have actually ever got one, just because I don't trust myself. I did recently get one to also increase my credit score again. Yeah, I did. Let's just say it's paid off. I cut the card up because I don't trust myself at all. It's just easy to be like, oh no, it's £10 here, or I'll pay it back, and then you end up using it. So for some people, if you've got the self control, fair enough, use it. It's great. But for me, just if you're that type of person that just knows yourself, I think it's always sometimes best to put boundaries, and boundaries are not a weakness. I think boundaries are healthy, and they actually sometimes will benefit you more than actually hinder you from anything else. So I would say, especially if you're young, I don't think you should get a credit card. If you can see that, you can. Definitely if you're younger, please don't be getting a credit card, especially if you don't need it. Because I think sometimes when you think, oh, I can get a credit card, I'm allowed it. Sometimes being allowed something doesn't always mean it's good for you. I always think it's, especially if you're young, sometimes you're naive, it's easy to just be like, think it's the norm, so maybe let's just do it. So definitely think, just always think about it first. You know, talk to someone if you need to, which moves on to my last point, very much so, being comfortable talking about money with parents and partners and friends. Obviously, if you're in a close relationship with those parties, but definitely talk to someone if you need advice regarding money sometimes, because I think it can be a kind of a taboo subject where people think, oh, you're prying. And obviously if your intentions are right, I think it's always okay to talk to people for advice, or just ask about things. I definitely think so. My partner's been very great for this, because he was very transparent in the beginning of the relationship about money. He was a great saver anyway, but because of that, it allowed me to also like be like, okay, he's very good with money, then I need to also pull my weight, because he's, you know, entrusting me with all this, and he's not being shy about it, and he's not judging me either. He's actually just trying to help me be better with my finances. So you know, if it comes from a good place, a good heart, then I always definitely think you should be comfortable to talk about it, even ask questions, especially when you are young. I don't think you always know. I never knew what a credit score was, I'm not gonna lie. I think till a lot later than what I should have, I think. So stuff like credit scores, people might not know it. It's basically, I think, well, I still don't know the full definition. I just know what I needed to get it for my mortgage. See, in regards to kind of how banks and companies see how good you are with money. So anything you have, as in like your phone contracts, banks will see that as like, oh, you can commit to payments, so that's a good way of having a credit score. But also they like you to have a credit card, and usually I think they say you should only use like 30% of that, not actually the full amount, which most of us usually end up doing, because if you use the full amount, they usually think, oh, you're reliant on it. But it's okay to use all of it and pay it off fully. But if you get into that rut of like being reliant on the actual credit card, where every purchase is with the credit card, and then you're not paying the actual credit card off, then that becomes I think the issue, and sometimes that can actually hinder your credit score more than anything. But don't quote me on anything too much, because I'm not a financial advisor. So, but all I know is the basics, to be fair. So this is just my thoughts. But yeah, I won't make it too long, just because I don't want to rant on. It's still recording. I'll make this a quick one. I don't want to make it too long for you. But I hope you enjoyed that one. I hope I wasn't too fast, because I didn't want the battery to die. I'll be real. I don't want the battery to die and redo this because I've already done it 3 times. I was very, very not happy. I think my voice is very dry. I need a drink or something. Hope I'm not getting a cold. Oh, that's the last thing I need. But yes, I hope this has been helpful. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a great rest of the day or evening whenever you're watching this. I hope this tip's been helpful. This is just some little tips that I thought. Oh yeah, this is when I thought I'd missed one out, and I was just looking, but no. But yeah, I thought this would be a nice little change, and hopefully I'll be cash stuffing soon, once I get paid and everything, and then I can do a video on that. And I hope you liked the little set out I did with the little autumn leaves there. But yeah, thank you very much. Please do like and comment and subscribe. If you'd like me to do more of these, please leave a pink heart in the comments, and I'll do another one of these, and it can talk about maybe advice regarding maybe getting a mortgage for people that are thinking of getting a mortgage in the future. I won't be anything financially advising you or anything, but it'll be more just the tips I took from when I experienced having a mortgage. Well, not having a mortgage, getting one, applying for one, in the process, and what it took, because I think it's talked about a lot, and it is a very challenging process. But if I can help with any tips that can help, then I would be happy to be fair. Yeah, and I've also made myself this Christmas savings. It's £10 for a snowman. That was really cute. So I'm going to probably I need to start doing this, to be fair, very soon. So yeah, I made myself this, and I thought it was very, very cute. Did I make any other ones? I said goodbye, and I'm already starting to do other ones. These are the ones I made as well, but all these I'll be starting next year, to be fair. And this is the £50 savings challenge, which I definitely want to start maybe this year for this one, but the rest I'll probably start next year. Just so then I'm not having no money at all. I did an £850 challenge, so probably start that next year. I might try and start this one this year as well, but we'll see, because I do also have a 2K one. But yeah, rambling on again. I hope you all have a good day or evening, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.